You know exactly
Okay.
what I do.
And the Broncos were playing.
Oh, snap. How's the Broncos doing?
You know, they're 9-4, 5, something. But if they win today, they'll go to the playoffs.
Oh, snap. So
Tomorrow.
they're doing half.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty. Do you mind if we're live today on YouTube?
Okay, can I show you?
Yeah, you can show me. Hi.
These are my
Okay.
grandsons.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Oh,
These
he looks
two
like
are
my
Brooks.
dad. Okay.
And this is Breon's.
I did not know she had a son.
Yeah, he's 22.
Look at Grandma.
And I have 3 more. No, 2 more.
Aw, thanks for sharing with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go live today on YouTube.
Oh, glasses.
Yep. Thank you, ma'am. And I want us to talk about today and share with the audience. They'll be tapping in. Things like why you come, you know, the stuff we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm on YouTube and I'm up and coming, I'm so excited. So thanks y'all for watching, and make sure you subscribe in order to be a part of my tribe. Hey, that rhymes. But nonetheless, I think what is happening is they're all sick of me, right? Talking about the hair growth that I'm giving you all, and the hair loss solution, and the education and so forth. So I now realize they want to talk to you. They want to ask you questions and, you know, hear from the client, because that's who they are, right? And they want to hear, why are you doing this? And what difference does your hair, you know, is the differences in your hair and so forth. So we're going to talk about it on this here live.
Hi there.
Hi, y'all. So this is Miss Linda. And this client is special to me because she's my aunt. But more importantly, she's been with me and has been booking with me since 2018, right?
19.
19. And since then, she, of course, has been with me through all my I wonder if I can be heard still. Anybody tapping in, can you hear me? Okay. I have on a Bluetooth in my ear, and I want to make sure that I'm being heard. So can someone just say, yes, I can hear you? If you could just type in yes for me to make sure that I'm being heard. Someone, please let me know that you can hear me by just typing in yes. Or check in and type try. But nonetheless, this is Miss Linda. Hope I can be heard. Can everyone hear me? I don't know if I can be heard. Loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you've subscribed to my tribe, which is this holistic approach. It's a brand new evolution of hair care that I have designed and created myself throughout all the 31 years that I've been behind the chair here in Denver. And what I've done now is I've retired from being a stylist and have now embarked on a new journey of hair care. And with that journey, you're watching me do what's called the essential step for hair loss and hair growth. Now, if you're not really wanting to minimize your hair loss, of course, you won't be doing what she's doing. But here in Denver, we have a very, very, very dry climate, okay? We're actually drier than the desert state of Arizona now. We have less humidity, we have less moisture in our air than Arizona does. And we don't have no deserts here. So one thing I know that this dry air is causing is massive hair loss here in Denver. Thank you, Leela. I pray you subscribe because I think you're beautiful too. But the hair loss, everybody, is really a big problem right now. And especially here in Denver and in other dry markets that possess less than 70% humidity, which is another word for moisture, in the air. Now you may say, moisture in the air? Yeah. Moisture is not in conditioner, nor is it in a bottle of product. Moisture is outside, my people. It's another word for humidity. And I guess I didn't know that because the industry and a bunch of stylists brainwashed me too into thinking that moisture is found in a bottle of conditioner, or that you can lock in moisture by using a certain shampoo, when that's not true. Those are lies, because moisture's outside and it's free. So you can't lock in moisture if you live in a dry climate like Denver. So, you know, I now realize where that is actually at, and it's outside and it's for free. So back to Miss Linda. She started with me back in 2018, and at the time, she was dealing with lack of hair growth, right?
Yes.
Yes. Because we live in such. Huh?
I was. Yes, I was.
She said I was struggling with hair growth because she does have more length on her hair than she did when she first came. But now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Linda to just talk to me again, Miss Linda, about why you come and get hair care now versus the hair styling you was booking before. And what's the difference of coming to see me versus seeing your stylist? And don't say no names, because she might be watching. But
The biggest difference
Mhm.
is the hair care that you give me.
And be more specific, because there's so many stylists in the world today that have that as a part of their promotion, right? That I'm going to give you, I offer healthy hair care. But they're hairstylists, okay? So what about the hair care? What do you mean? Like shampooing your hair?
It works from the scalp. What do you call it? The scalp scratching?
That's what we called it when we were younger, scratch my scalp. But
Uh-huh.
since I
Well, I'm
created
still
it.
younger, old. So the scalp scratching.
That's what I called it, but my marketing team, they was like, that sounds unprofessional. So we looked up what it means to rid from something, and detox is that definition.
Scalp
Detox.
detox.
Because there's a lot of individuals that think that you can detox the scalp with shampoo, and you cannot detox the scalp with shampoo. Shampoo only cleans the flakes off your hair. It doesn't get it off your scalp. So I realized that yes, a lot of individuals are booking with me. We just got a newcomer today. She'll be here at 3:00 today. Are realizing, okay, I do need scalp care. Okay, my scalp do be itching after I wash it. I do got all this whiteness on my scalp. Well, shampoo doesn't get that off. And I tell everybody, if shampoo worked, nobody would have a scalp problem. And I wouldn't have none of these flakes to get off, because the shampoo would have gotten it off the last time I shampooed her hair, right? But that's not happening. We have flakes as soon as day 2 or 3 after washing your hair. So that has become my biggest difference with the service that I provide, because I decided to enhance the My Water experience and include this scalp care. Because as you remember, Aunt Linda, when I first started the My Water experience, you went straight to the bowl. We didn't do this, right? You remember that?
It's a growth process with Tanya.
Yes, it is. Because Tanya always reading and always researching. So I'm always going to find out more information. And a lot of women don't like that. I have clients that have come in and have said, Tanya, can you just go back to doing what you used to do? Like, what? Like, I'm doing better for us. Your hair is lasting longer now. You're having much less hair loss now. I just want you to go back to putting me under the dryer and putting me in a plastic baggie. Well, nope, I'm not. Because this is so much better. Even from behind the chair, I'm conducting your service so much more effectively now.
But now when I come in, I expect the detox. the Scalp Detox.
So you would be bothered if you went and booked with a hairstylist and they tried to walk you straight to the bowl.
Mm-hmm. Because it feels good for one thing.
It feels good. Say that again. It feels good.
It feels good to me.
It feels good to everybody. Most clients are asleep when I'm giving them this service. Tribe, can we check in? What's up, Vaughn? Tribe, because I'm starting to teach them what to do when they hear me say tribe.
Mm-hmm.
They should be typing tribe in. That tells me that I have my members of my tribe with me, because YouTube is a little different. It's a little what I call, you can't control who jumps in on your lives.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've hired some moderators to watch out for those disrespectful, rude, distracting mindsets that try to jump into my life. You have no place here. And as soon as I see a crazy comment, I will take the time to remove you from my life, because I'm a 49-year-old woman and I don't tolerate disrespect. Too old for that. Ooh, Aunt Linda, I'm about to be 50 next month.
Oh, you old.
And I got a new gray hair over here. I'm really grown now. But nonetheless, my clients are experiencing much less hair loss than even they were before, when I was offering just the My Water experience without any scalp detoxing.
Mm-hmm.
Adding this amazing service to my menu of services has not only provided the clients with an increased result, but much less hair loss. And even Aunt Linda is growing so much better in the back. She was having such a hard time with the breakage in the middle of her back, which I did do the holistics to find out she's bougie. She don't wrap her hair at night.
No, I don't.
Shoot. I don't either. I sleep on my hair too. But you have a better result than you had before. You're not getting as frizzy and poofy as you used to get. You have way more longevity. And that's what clients are looking for, everyone. Clients are tired of paying for a one-day service and then having to go home and redo their hair the day of, or got to get up the next day and plug up a flat iron or add some product. That's a waste of money, because that shows you don't know what you're doing, and or you didn't take the time to consult with the client to find out her true struggles or what really is going on. So now that I'm added this amazing service to my menu, I'm now known as Colorado's premier hair growth specialist, because everyone is struggling with hair loss here. So this is why I decided to create my training. And listen, none of you need a beauty license to learn how to do this. You also need to understand that I offer payment assistance for those that may be struggling with their budgets. I understand what time of the year it is. We're coming off of Christmas and we're trying to recuperate the budget from buying all them unnecessary gifts that we do every year for everybody. So Miss Tanya offers payment assistance for those that need it. But this is definitely an essential step to the hair growth or the hair care and the hair loss community. I now have done the research. Guess what, everybody? Dermatologists don't know nothing about your hair. They're not hair specialists, they're skin specialists. And when you're going to your dermatologist, you're not going to the dermatologist really about the flakes in your hair. You're going to the dermatologist because your hair loss, or you realize your hair isn't growing, or you've suffered severe hair loss, which is called alopecia. I now realize I did the research with the dermatologists too. I think they're frustrated that so many people of color are stepping into their clinics because they've been so used to only addressing Caucasian conditions that wash their hair repeatedly. So they're not used to dealing with us brown skinned individuals that do not wash our hair every day. They're not understanding why they're seeing the amount of buildup on the scalp, and they don't know what to do about it, and they are shooketh. I tell everybody, I wish one would hire me. That would be a smart move for a white dermatologist to have me in the back detoxing the scalp and do the hair too. Ooh, because right now you leave the dermatologist and your hair is not done. You got to go home and do your hair yourself. My clients don't have to do none of that. They get their detox done, they get their hair done, and they get their ends horticulturally trimmed. Did you know, Aunt Linda, that's what I be doing to y'all's ends? I'm pruning your hair.
Mm-hmm. But when she says trim, she means trim. She
But
doesn't
what does
cut.
that mean? Because look, stylists think a trim means cutting off that much behind your back. That means blunt cutting you, and you're going to lose this many inches, is what a lot of stylists is calling a trim, Aunt Linda, nowadays. So I now have done the research, because guess what? Clients think that y'all don't know what you're talking about. Because some of y'all call a perm a relaxer when it's really a relaxer. Some of you say you want blonde hair when you really want honey brown, you know, because those are two totally different colors. So sometimes we think the clients don't know what they're talking about. And because we know we was trained to only cut hair off and make it shorter, oh, she must be talking about a haircut, because that's what I was trained to do. She just must be calling it something different. Because even I've been in them shoes, that Linda, where I've asked the stylist point blank, do you know how to trim? And do you know they say yes? And then cut off this much? I'm mad. I'm mad, because that's not a trim. This is a haircut when you remove inches, right?
But her trim, your trim, is a trim. You don't notice any length being cut off. Looks the same length.
And how often do I trim you? How often do you get your ends trimmed in here?
Every time I come. Every
2 weeks. There's so many stylists trying to convince clients that they should only trim their ends once every 3rd month. I'd like to see your ends that are, and most people that are making those suggestions wear weave. They're not truly taking care of their own hair. So of course, they're going to tell you, oh yeah, you can go 3, 4, 5 months without a trim. No, you can't. No, you can't. Not if you want to grow and retain what you have.
And it's grow, maintain, and control.
Talk to them, Aunt Linda. Because it's these young girls in the industry that are so sensitive. I just got into it with one yesterday. She's going to tell me that my question was unprofessional. Is there such a thing? Try. Is there such a thing as an unprofessional question? Is a math teacher ever going to say that was an unprofessional question? I need you to rephrase that question. You're learning. The whole purpose of asking a question is to gain an answer. There's no such thing as an unprofessional question or a professional question. There's a dumb question, because if you already know the answer, you ain't got no business really asking it. But if you don't know the answer to it, that's not, or if you're asking a question, that's not unprofessional to question somebody. These girls in this industry got to stop being so darn sensitive. Man, you got to have tough skin if you're going to be on social media or stand behind the chair. And if you're doing something and someone questions you, answer the question. Just answer the question. So thank you for pointing that out, because that's a problem of the industry right now. So many clients refuse to go book with a salon or a stylist because they think they're going to lose all their growth progress. That's sad, I think. They're not coming because they can't flat iron right. They're not coming because they've been sheer traumatized by individuals assuming they know how to trim when they know they don't. I just asked a stylist the other day, who taught you? Because she's steady telling people that she offers trims and they're clearly shorter when she gets done. So I asked her, who taught you how to trim? Do you know what she answered? What her answer was? She's going to tell me, I've been doing hair for 20 years, but I didn't ask you how long you've been doing hair. My specific question was, who trained you on how to do a hair trim? And she couldn't answer. I'm in Denver, Colorado, everybody. And that's sad that you refuse to admit that you don't know how to do something that a client is asking you to do. There's nothing wrong with that. You're actually viewed as a better professional when you're admitting, like, no, I don't specialize in that, but then refer them out to someone else. You okay right here?
Oh, yes.
Okay, a little patch.
when I first started coming, I had grown out my hair. So my gray hairs were long enough where I could cut the hair off.
Mm.
And my former cosmetologist, beautician,
Mm-hmm.
cut all my hair off, but it just didn't look right.
So it was uneven, you mean?
Not at the time.
Because she curled it and styled it. Because stylists to do that. They'll chop you up.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, that cut will be surgical. And then they style you and make the style cute. But you don't understand that you've been chopped up and your hair is uneven until you frizz up again, or you got to redo your hair. And then you realize, like, oh my God, my hair is uneven. But she cut you super short?
No, it was about where my ears were.
Mm-hmm.
And the back was just around the nape of my back.
Mm-hmm.
But about after 6 weeks coming to you, I saw just phenomenal growth.
Growth? Wait. Say that again. You said you saw phenomenal growth once you started coming with me, but when you was with your stylist, you was getting shorter and shorter.
No, I was getting trims.
You was getting them trims. They don't understand. They're like, why is the client didn't come back? Probably because you said you was trimming and you took off this much.
But so I started coming to Tanya, and it was really amazing the condition my hair went from to. And people always ask me who were doing my hair because they saw the difference.
Other people saw the difference too. Yeah.
But I was selfish at first, and I wouldn't say Tanya because I didn't want them coming and getting my time.
Yes.
But then I realized that I need to share with everyone that they needed to try it because it's proven to me and others, because my hair is silky and it's just soft, beautifully soft, and maintains a nice body.
Let's be clear. This is how she walked in. You ain't never walked in like this when you had a relaxer. Clients don't walk in. They walk in with hair looking like a cloud in the sky. She is manageable. Mind you, this is a fine-tooth comb. And no hair loss. I mean, look at her hair. I can style it. And she just walked in the door. And it's been 14 days since she's washed her hair. This is what you call amazing longevity. This is what clients pay for. This is why I'm able to charge $185 for my services.
I'm a lazy client.
Tell it again. You're a what client?
I'm a lazy client.
She's a lazy client, y'all.
So just think what your hair would look like if you maintained it yourself at home. You wouldn't get the same results.
Girl, most people wearing weaves and wigs and braids, so they can't even talk. For real.
But wrapping your hair and maybe washing it in between appointments, but I don't do any of that.
So you don't wrap your hair?
I go to bed.
So no, you don't wrap your hair?
No.
No? Do you plug up a flat iron to re-flat iron your roots back out after you sleep on it?
Oh, no. It
No.
is what it is.
Do you add product?
No.
No. Girl, who do
I'm
you
a
think
lazy
you are?
client.
That's natural hair care, huh? Yes. I thank you for sharing. You got a patch of psoriasis right here.
It's dry.
It's not dry.
No moisture.
It's your sweat that has dried is what your eye sees. So many individuals misspeak that. My skin is dry. No, it's not. My hair is dry. No, it's not.
I
Not
don't
until after you die. Not until after you die is when your hair is dry. So we have to stop misspeaking. And we have to start being a little bit more precise, because when you're not speaking precisely, you causing all kind of confusion. Like I just had a stylist yesterday tell me that she had natural hair, and I had to tell her, no, you don't. Your hair didn't come from nature. It didn't grow up out the dirt of the earth. So it's not natural. And I can tell that bothered her because I think she's been saying for years that her hair is natural. It's not. But if we keep misthinking, we're going to constantly keep making mistakes. And as long as we're making mistakes, we're never going to be successful. And I understand not everybody in the world wants beautiful, healthy hair that's growing. Some people love seeing all the hair coming out in their brushes and their sinks. Some people love the brittle crunchiness of their hair. Some people love not being able to comb through it. Some people think they look better with kinky hair. We're not all the same in the world today. So some of us don't want to see our hair coming out. Some of us don't want to have to use the flat iron in between services. Some of us don't want to have to add any product. That's when you come book with me, because that's what you're going to get when you begin the holistic approach. But I just booked a woman, a newcomer off of my live from yesterday. She was on my live and she said, shoot, I'm coming because my stylist don't be doing nothing to my scalp. It's like, uh-oh, they're going to be flattening my tires and stuff in a minute. They're going to be like, Tanya, taking all the clients. Like, no, these stylists here refuse to level up. Refuse to level up and offer clients a little bit more than what beauty school told you to do. And then they wonder why their clients are not returning. You're not providing any real hair care. You're steady styling, and clients are getting, I won't say they're getting tired of styling, but I know older women do not want to be styled. That's a young girl thing. Young girls want braids. Young girls want wigs. Miss Aunt Linda, would you ever book braids for your hair?
I used to wear braids
Did
when I
you?
was younger.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. What kind
But
of
that
braids?
was the lazy in me.
So you said wearing braids is for lazy people?
No, that was the lazy in me.
Oh, and you. Gotcha.
Right. My choice.
I wasn't being lazy when I got my braids because I did some dookie braids back in the day in the 90s. But I did it for style, right?
Oh, mine were always stylish.
Yeah, I did mine because I used to love how tight they used to grab my edges, and they used to give me Chinese eyes. So I used to look Blasian when I get my braids done.
Their sides fell out.
Oh my Lord. Mine I didn't go that far. See,
Oh,
I didn't get
okay.
to wear mine for no month or two because my hair is so low density. One of the little dookie braids slid right on out, and then I had an alfalfa situation in the top of my head that day at work. So that was enough for me, Aunt Linda. I wasn't going to go back and get it done again, and it made it, you know what I'm saying, and it embarrassed me. So I never got to wearing it too long. But I definitely loved it for the style of it. But it was only through this chair is when clients started coming to book with me, and I would see all this breakage.
But that's because I thought it was low maintenance, or I didn't do much to it in the meantime, like washing, shampooing or anything. And just braids. When it's time to come out, they came out.
How long did you wear your braids for?
Probably a month.
4 weeks? When you went to your braider, was there ever a conversation of how long you should be going? Or did they just do the braids
Well,
and
they
let you
just
leave?
did the braids, African braider.
Ah, you was in a true braider's presence, an African.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best braiders of the world. I don't care what you say, who you are. Don't nobody braid, baby, better than an African.
Everybody in the shop was African, so you
Oh, yeah.
didn't understand a lot of what they were saying. They just knew what you
Sure.
wanted.
And they could do the braids real good and real fast.
Mhm.
That's the difference with the Africans. You go to a non-African braider, you're going to be there with her probably 8 to 12 hours, if not longer. You go to an African, they're going to get you in and out in 4 to 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that.
But coming to Tanya, she's saying 4 to 6 hours. when I was going to a beautician, sometimes you could sit there 3 and 4 hours. Coming to Tanya, it's normally 2 hours or
Hold
less.
on. Big Will got a smart mouth. I told y'all that I review my comments, and you're assuming you're in here just running your mouth, so I'm going to remove Big Will, and I'm going to wish you a good day and a happy new year, but you can go and be disrespectful and rude in somebody else's live. Big Will. I can't stand people like that. I cannot stand mindsets that get off on being disrespectful and rude. My mom is like that, and I can't stand that about her. So I don't tolerate it or put up with it from nobody. So if you don't like me, get up out my life. That's real simple. Exit stage left or right and go get in somebody else's life. But once I see it, you will be removed. Yes, ma'am. It's $185 per session, and it's every 14 days. I mean, these women here say it's worth it because they was paying that much to get relaxers and braids and wigs and weaves, and they ended up losing their hair. So now that they realize that there's a solution to not lose your hair and to grow, $185 is very affordable because hair growth and hair replacement, that's thousands of dollars. Did y'all not know? Have y'all not done the research and looked into your local hair and scalp restoration clinic? Thousands. Thousands. And they're not giving you no results as fast as I do. It takes 6 months to think and hope you see a result. And they're poking your scalp with a needle and then pulling hair out of another area and praying to God that it's going to grow, sticking it into another bloody area? Okay. I spoke to a young man that did that here in Denver. And guess what? Because they didn't do the holistics with that man and ask him about his level of sweating, that man broke out and his whole head became infected. Think that was worth it? He went and paid $2,000 to go home and have to deal with a whole bunch of sores on his head because they convinced him to believe that poking his head with a needle and making it bleed to get some hair on the day of, or to hope you get hair, was a solution. So $185 is cheap. Cheap. That's the lowest cost in the world right now to reverse your hair loss. You can't, dermatologists, it costs at least $200 for their copay to go see a dermatologist. Trichologists are not going to remove nothing from your scalp. All they do is use a fancy machine to show you your scalp buildup. That is more than what a dermatologist does, but they're still not getting nothing off your scalp. Trichologists cover it up with oil. I don't like that. When I went to go register for the University of UTI because I thought I wanted to be a trichologist. But when I found out that they're being a part of the problem because they're not getting it off and they're just covering it up, of course, I withdrew my application. That's when I decided to be a holistic practitioner and create my own position in my own lane and my own brand and my own service and my own product. Woo! Sure, God said if you can't find it, then make it yourself. Sure. So thank you.
That's preaching.
You said I'm preaching. There's a lot that I want to preach about in this now God-forsaken industry that I'm trying to get a hold of. I'm trying to regain beauty. I'm trying to regain confidence behind the chair. I'm trying to regain high-end skill sets behind the chair because this industry has gotten us so distracted thinking things that are just not true. Man. Like products are healthy for your hair. These products are not healthy for your hair. You have to read the ingredient lists and you have to be diligent and picky with what you're using. You just can't pick bottles up off the shelf and believe what the front of the bottle says. You got to read the ingredient lists, everybody. That's where it tells you what's in the product. I didn't know that for years. I have to admit, I used conditioner for 20 years or more and never read the ingredient list. Never even read the back of the bottle. That's crazy. and dangerous. That's reckless to be using something and you haven't even read the directions first. But I think I'm the only individual behind the chair you see that's confident enough to admit these things, because there's so many stylists out here acting and pretending like they know everything. Like I was talking to a stylist the other day that was trying to, like, I guess come for me because I told her I don't use gel. She was like, "So you don't have no gel in your possession?" Not one drop of it in my possession. I don't have to use it. And you can tell she was offended by that. And it's like, what is wrong with everybody? Why is everybody so sensitive? Are y'all drinking too much purified water? Are you dehydrated? Because how can that make you mad? You should be like, "Ooh, really? I don't have to use conditioner?" That should empower you and inspire you. It shouldn't give you an attitude. My God, what is wrong with the world? I feel sorry for clients of the world today, because look at the mess they got to put up with from behind the chair. Sometimes I can't talk. My God, Bill, makes me concentrate. Let me get closer to these comments because I got some smart Alex in here. Oh, thank you, FN. Make sure y'all subscribe. What is good for Black people's hair? Shampooing often, detoxing the scalp, and making sure that you trim your ends every 2 weeks. I know that these are 3 things that Blacks are not doing. I can't find a Black that's exfoliating their scalp and ridding their scalps of the dandruff before they wash it. I cannot find nobody that knows how to trim and is doing so consistently. And I cannot find anybody that is washing their hair every 14 days. Most Black people's going like a month or longer without washing. And then they're using a moisture shampoo only, which does not cleanse the hair. And then following up with conditioner. That's for white people's hair. That's what you do when you shampoo a mannequin or somebody white. But yet a whole bunch of Black people think that we're supposed to shampoo with moisture shampoos and then condition the hair. That's the white girl approach. Just so you know. Another thing I want to talk about is what I do, the silk pressing, because that was confusing for me in the beginning. I didn't even know what the word silk press meant because I'm 49 years old, so it was called a flat iron. We either pressed it, right? It's called a press. Then it evolved into a flat iron. Then I heard this word silk press, so I was confused. I had to ask my coach at the time, what is a silk press? I then realized, oh, it's a service where you use a Marcel iron. So when you are using a plug up with a cord, that's called a flat iron because that's what you're using. To get that silky effect, you got to use a Marcel and you got to use a flat iron. This is not a curling iron. It's a big difference. You see that? It's flat on the inside. Because so many people think that they went to beauty school and was trained on how to use a Marcel. Ain't no beauty school training on how to use a Marcel. You learned how to use a thermal iron. It had a cord to it. So many people think, oh, well, because it had this same grip, but you had a cord running from it. So that's not a Marcel iron, so many people think they know everything until they talk to me. So this is why Miss Tanya has decided to build her own online academy and in-person training. In addition, I'm about to roll out my hydration clinics. Ooh, I already have some individuals that are looking to get me out in North Carolina in March for the Women's Month celebrations out there. I'm headed to Vegas to do a hydration clinic. I'm getting ready to launch my hydration clinics here in Denver as well, to help in more areas, because I understand not everybody can afford me. Some of y'all decided to manage lower budgets in life, so I get that. So maybe I can help you with your water, your hydration, because that definitely is an area that I know my people are struggling with. Everybody, most people do not know how much water their bodies need. And this is a problem in my chair. A lot of my clients are dehydrated, which is why we have the problem we have in the scalps. So I'm going to come with this knowledge because I realize we need help. And we need more help than just being told, oh, you need to drink water. Well, it's a little deeper than that because you got to know how much water your body needs, and you got to know what kind of water, because there's a lot of dehydrating waters on the market right now. Like purified water is not hydrating water. I don't even think spring water is hydrating anymore because that's only H2O. I know how to get H3O, and I know where to find it. And that's the water I drink, probably why I'm so healthy and why I've never been to a doctor since 2017. I know some women that stay at the doctor. That used to mean you was taking care of yourself. Well, I think it's different nowadays. Most people at the doctors is there because they sick. So I ain't there. I ain't going to the doctors or going to church. I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. You know, I did some research, Aunt Linda, and I heard that the church in the Bible is called the storefront, right? They don't use the word church in the Bible, right? When you're tithing, excuse me, when we're talking about tithing.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
When you're tithing, that means giving that money, right?
When you're tied to the storefront.
Right. So what's a storefront, and how come the Bible didn't use the word church?
We translated it to church.
Aha! Well, I also read that the only people in the church are the people that like been messing up in life, like you've been bad, like you've been goosing the neighbor's husband and stuff like that. You've been committing adultery and violating the 10 Commandments, and those are the individuals like you in trouble. You on punishment. You got to go to the church because they got to pray over you because you've been acting up, and they got to pray to you because you've been acting up. Back in the old day, only troubled individuals went to church, right? Because it wasn't the same thing as it is now. It was not a place to kumbaya with your sisters and so forth. You did that on the porch at home. But now it's turned into a more of a, I feel, a business than it is counseling and coaching like it should be. I just asked for a spiritual counselor because it's like I need to clear my confusion because I'm confused on a lot of different things. And those changes that you just spoke about confused me, you know what I mean, as a child. So I teach my people to tithe to themselves. That's who God is.
Well, that depends on where you're going.
That is.
And your beliefs.
And where?
Your beliefs.
Your belief?
Right. You know, what
and
you believe in. Right, because sometimes you learn, sometimes you're preached to or yelled at. So it depends on your preference in life. Where you can't say that everyone.
That's true. I got to stop using that word because it's not everyone. It's just some of the ones.
Right.
That is very true. We have just conducted your scalp detox, and now the second step to hair care is shampooing. When you shampoo first, your hair styling, totally different approach. Let's go get his holistically cleansed with no no conditioner used. I wanted to talk about that too. Come on over, baby. I was getting into it about the flat irons and so forth, and about the service that has changed over the years, and now it's gotten everyone confused, thinking that a silk press you're supposed to use conditioner. There's no conditioner in the silk press formula. That's because when I was first trained on the straightening and smoothing service, it was called a shampoo, blow dry, press, and curl here in Denver. It was not called a flat iron. It was not called a silk press. And it was just that. You got shampooed, wasn't no scalp care. You got blow dried. You did not put no plastic baggie on the head. Nobody bought plastic caps unless you had a jerry curl. And the hooded dryer was to dry the hair, period. Somehow over the years, people have changed things to their liking, and I think it's caused a lot of confusion. Come on, especially for the clients. Because somebody asked me that one time. She was like, Miss Tanya, what's the difference between a flat iron and a silk press? And I told her, good question, because they're both the same thing. It means that you are smoothing your hair with heat.
The evolution of the term.
The revolution, actually. Make them bounce real quick, honey. Careful, careful, careful with your comments. I'm different. I'm different. Give me a second. I'm having issues. They like, what is she doing? Trying to get it together, y'all. Hold on. That's not working, so I'm gonna put you right back over here. Why does this do this? Like, it's so ridiculous. Cool. Oh, snap. Let me heat it up for you. And make sure my water's warm and cool for that. Oh, whatever. Doesn't bother. The cold doesn't bother.
Well, that's the fun of it.
Some clients say that they love the coolness because they're so hot, usually in the head, that the coolness is a nice refreshing. Yes, pretty. You chat. So holistic. You don't even have to use the purple hardly anymore. Because I don't think you're putting as much heat on your hair as you used to. Would you agree?
I think we just got it all pointed out.
Mm-hmm. That is true, because remember I used to tell you, like, why is it only on your ends and not at the root? And you're right, I think we trimmed a look everybody. And now have nothing but holistic hair on your hair. I love this shampoo, it is so effective. Right here, you gotta dip in your hair. I would do this on this one. I also realize the mistakes I've been making in the bowl because beauty school had me believing that a human head of hair only needs to be shampooed twice. I don't know if you noticed it, Linda, but you ladies never get shampooed twice. It's always 3 or more. I've never shampooed you all twice. And only certain individuals are starting to notice that. Like, you just did it 3 times. Like, yeah, because that first time you wasn't all the way clean. It's almost like how my mom raised me with bathing. She used to say, you gotta wash twice. And there's so many people that get in the tub and they only wash once. And wonder why their feet still stinks when they get out of the shower. That's because you did not cleanse thoroughly. Y'all just give me a second because the best part is coming, which is the part of me doing an amazing hair loss free comb out blowout and the fastest smoothing and curling and styling y'all have ever watched before. Okay. That's hot. I was going to say, see, I tested it. Wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah. But I never would have thought, because I was using moisture shampoos all those years, and thought that that's enough cleansing, when moisture shampoos do not strip. So the only individual that is justified to use a moisture shampoo is someone that washes their hair every day. That's the only individual that does not have any buildup in their scalp. They don't have any buildup on their hair. So there's no reason to strip. Like myself, I don't use this Silk Elements shampoo no more. Only because I think it was leaving me raw. Does that make sense? Because I was stripping too soon and didn't have a reason to strip. Does that make sense? Like using bleach on clothes that ain't dirty. You're gonna end up turning that whiteness yellow because the bleach has nothing to work on, right? And just talking to them because they still watching. Thanks y'all for watching. They still watching. I'll see that. But using your fingers is how you shampoo a mannequin. I say this in my classes. If you have a human in your chair and you're not working on a mannequin or a weave or a wig, you need to use a brush because your fingers cannot cleanse the ends. The shampoo causes your ends to stick together. And once that happens, your fingers can't get in between those strands. So those strands that are stuck together or condensed together by the shampoo is not thoroughly cleansed. There's a reason the hair is coming out of the bowl looking the way it looks when the stylists are shampooing their clients. They're running over the hair, they're not using a brush, and they're using a moisture shampoo, which is not thoroughly cleansing the hair. Especially if you haven't done a consultation. The only way you should be using a moisture shampoo is if you did a consultation on that client and they told you they just washed their hair like 3 or 4 days ago. Then use the moisture only. But if the consultation reveals that that client happened to go longer than 14 days without washing their hair, they need a neutralizer. You gotta strip at that point. The only problem is that I was trained wrong on the neutralizers. Because I was trained, I ain't gonna say her name because I think she still does hair here. but she told me to only use the neutralizer, and you're not supposed to use the neutralizer only. Even the directions say you're supposed to follow up with a moisturizing agent. So I would say I was trained wrong on how to really properly use a neutralizing shampoo. I remember when I tried to only use the shampoo and took the client back to the chair, it gets so pinky. The drier it gets. Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever used a neutralizer yourself? Can't remember. Have you ever used a neutralizer yourself?
Me?
Yeah. Have you ever bought a neutralizing shampoo, or do you always buy more?
I never really done my own hair.
So you never bought? You don't have no shampoo? Oh, that's the thing. You know, I learned that during COVID. That bothered the mess out of me to learn that clients don't got no shampoo. And so many women was like, Tanya, you know, everybody was bothered. He was like, Tanya, I come to you to shampoo my hair. You shampoo my hair. And I still would be telling women like, okay, still, you ain't got no shampoo at all?
No.
That was so challenging to me. So I had to have those clients using dish soap. I told the one lady, she was like, dish soap? Well, what else you gonna do? Or use your soap in your bathroom or do something? But I was so bothered. That's what made me start selling that kit. Remember that kit? At Home My Water Experience?
Yeah.
She's the one that inspired me to do that because it bothered me. That, oh my God, she ain't gonna be able to wash her hair. Because remember, the beauty supply stores was closed, the grocery stores was closed. I was like, oh my God. So that's when I said, when I come out of this, I'm gonna make sure my clients are prepared. In case this mess happens again and y'all can't get to me, at least you'll be able to take the stuff to the next stylist. And you gotta tell them, don't be taking me straight to the bowl. I need you to detox my scalp first. But now what I'm doing is I'm brushing through the moisture shampoo. I use 2 shampoos, everyone. I do not use any conditioner whatsoever. I'm now post-cleansing the hair, which not only rebalances the pH of it, but it also removes that stiffness that the squeaky clean effect gives. The research shows that if you ignore this important step by using the moisture after, you're going to have quite a bit of hair loss in the comb when you're combing through the client's hair, and that's not proper practice. So once you brush the moisture through all the way like I'm doing, including getting these ends. The ends is where all of the sweat collects. That's where all the dust and the dander and everything else that gets in your hair falls to is in your ends. And it's really a game changer when y'all decide to work with a white sink instead of a black sink. Whew, game changer. Black sink hides so much dirt, so much residue, and so much like hair color, things like that, that you can't see. I mean, that shows in a white sink. So if you're working with a black sink, that's like carpet. It's hiding a lot from you. You can't see like a white sink shows. And now, When you rinse out your moisture shampoo, you now wring out as much of the nasty contaminated water as you can, because the hair is not clean, my people. Your client now has a bunch of rust and lead and all the other stuff that's in your tap water on their hair, so they're not as clean as you think they are. Ooh. You gotta post-treat your tap water with my water. This is what removes the metals from your hair and your skin and your nails. Let's go. Look, and I'm gonna give it to you too, because you could have had it warm. Look, now the warm lady's like, I don't want to go slow no more. And all you gotta do is just pour it in like this and rub. You don't have to waste your profits on plastic baggies. You don't have to waste time of the service by having your client sitting under the hooded dryer. Clients really hate doing that. They just won't tell you that. But once they figure out a way to avoid the hooded dryer and they find out somebody ain't making them sit under it, I promise you, you're going to lose that client to me. Because this right now is the game changer. All right, sweetheart, we are done. Come right on back to my chair, because we don't sit under no hooded dryers and we don't use conditioner. I'm holistic. I'm not natural. Natural stylists use conditioner. I don't. So now you're about to watch me get down. Y'all ready to watch me get down? About to get down. All right. All right. And I'm combing through her hair, and she has no relaxer, and I can get through it like this. That's not even the case when you have a relaxer, let alone using conditioner. The hair is tangled as all outdoors when you use conditioner. You snagging most of the hair out in the comb. I don't have no hair in my comb. Client, does this hurt at all? No, there's no pain. My client's head ain't going like this and like this, like they be doing in the videos. That shows that the hair is still unmanageable. And I've never been able to comb through non-relaxed hair like this and get that little bit of shedding. And there is hairs in my hand. It's just so little that it's hard to see. But I got hairs. If you get more than that behind your client or at home, we need to talk. Quit being so sensitive. Alrighty, I want somebody to set a timer, because I got the fastest blowout time in the world. I'm about to blow dry her in 5 minutes. Would somebody please set a timer? Alright, here we go. The time on my timer is 1:03:30 and go. And did I mention I don't have to section or use any clips? This thing is on my nerves today. wrong with my thing? There's so many stylists wouldn't dare show the blowout because they be struggling. This I know. This I know. This I know. This I already know. Listen, when you blow out, your hair should not be all big. It should be sleek and slender. Not big and poofy, looking like a Pac-Man ghost. That's improper blowout technique, and you weren't thorough. But I got that class coming soon. Now she's thoroughly dry. Now we're going to prune her ends, because you get your ends trimmed every 2 weeks in here with me, because we live in Denver. Hair ends begin to harden as soon as 8 days after your initial haircut or trim. So to go longer than 2 weeks, you have created so much hair loss that it's gonna, or breakage, it's noticeable. So you watch me trim her ends to where she does not get any shorter whatsoever. I'm addressing your ends more now. These hairs are getting longer. Finally. Shout out to Miss Ya in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know if she's still on here with me, but she is one of the few individuals that I have experienced that truly knows how to cut hair with precision. I don't know what happened with hair cutting with a lot of stylists behind the chair, but I even watched some of these popular individuals chopping people's hair up, like taking the hair and just cutting right here, or just free cutting and not parting and sectioning. So I realized that we're in a world where everybody can do what they want to do, but man, it has to make sense for both you and the client. Why would you not use clean sections and proper guidelines to ensure that the client's hair is not choppy nor uneven? No matter what they do to their hair, whether it's in the style you gave them or not, their hair should look and feel good. My client's hair still feels and looks good well beyond the day of seeing me. When their silk press gets messed up, it's not looking crazy. And that's when you know you've provided a clean and precise trim. I hate to say it, but you really got to know what you're doing when you're behind the chair. And beauty school didn't help us to learn how to really manage a client. We were taught how to manage a mannequin for the state promisor. They told us to continue our education once we graduated. I sure did, but a lot of individuals choose not to. And they choose to step into this industry without any real coaching, not having a mentor. And that's another reason why the struggle may be on the plate. This game is not easy to be behind the chair and to be successful and to have consistent clients booking with you all the time, and a lot of them at that. I love how everybody has gotten a little quiet with these comments. She said you got nice hair, Aunt Linda.
Thank you.
Self-lucrative said thank you. Conditioners, wow. Yeah, conditioners for white people. So is weave. So is the natural style. I don't think we all realize that we're copying the white girl approaches with a lot of the things we do with our hair. I didn't know that. Then it was like, whoa, that's crazy. We swear we kind of don't like white people or whatever, but yet we're steady trying to do the same things, that all the things that were designed for them. Like blonde hair was designed for white girls. I think we're supposed to be redhead or something like that. But blonde is a different effect. Your bangs going this way. I'm looking at them like, why are they looking like that? Well, because they don't go that way. That's why. Anybody got any questions for me? What's best to detox with? A super duper sharp fine tooth comb, and it has to be new, because if you're using the same comb over and over and over again, it's going to get dull, and now you're not removing nothing, and now the client's going to leave still having hair loss, and that's messed up, especially if they paid you. So I'm doing a trim. You don't cut every single strand. You just prune it. You just snip, 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 snip. No, sweet. All right, and now I'm gonna smooth her, curl her, and I'm not going to use a flat iron, no rollers, and no product.
Is our part too low?
You mean like too far this way?
Yeah.
To me. I don't think so. I put it where it usually be. We can read
Oh, wait, okay. Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, I put the parts where the client wants the part to go, not where I want the part to go. That's a part of hair caring. When you hair styling, you just gonna do what you want to do, and you ain't gonna ask the client nothing. But are you paying with a card or cash? And that's the thing. Do you know how many individuals are still making their clients run to an ATM and bring them cash? That might be a reason why I don't have time to book with you either. I don't got time to go run to no ATM. Too tight with the money. Want the money right away. So they can go run to Walmart and spend it all. Or Dollar Tree. That's what I used to do. Anytime y'all hear me talking about somebody, I'm talking about myself. I mean, if the shoe fits, lace it on up. But I'm talking about myself, you know. Waiting for my amazing new pencil that I got. It's gold titanium, y'all. Not silver. And it has a temperature control dial on it. See it heating up? And it goes all the way up to 450 degrees. Plus, it has the amazing locking tool. So when you close it and you click this, it don't open. You see that? Ooh. And then when you click it, it opens. Oh. Any questions? Y'all done got awfully quiet on me. I think I scared them at Linda. I told them don't be doing all that mess on my page. I'm so serious. I can't stand people that have negative and bad attitudes. I don't have one, so I don't manage them very well. Oh, it takes forever for a flat iron to warm up when you're waiting on it.
368.
You gotta go to 460. It's like the Jeopardy song. Do, 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 do.
Moving right along.
Yes, ma'am. Now that we're at 400, I can get going. So because I'm curling her with a curling iron, I already know a curling iron cannot get these roots. So I'm smart enough and I care enough to make sure that the roots are smooth. So I take this pencil and go all the way around every single perimeter to smooth the shorter strands, because we're not plastering edges to nobody's foreheads, okay? That causes alopecia in your edges, so I'm not doing that no more. I didn't know that that caused a client of mine to lose her edges because I decided to smear gel on them. Yeah, it was pretty in the shot, but my God, I hardened her edges, and then she went home and started brushing and combing through her hair and her edges while they had gel on them, and that's how you break the edges out when you use gel. So I now address our, what I call perimeter hairs with the pencil. No, I don't use a pressing comb. That's so old school. I mean, even though I'm old school, I don't use a pressing comb because pressing combs burn your hair. It's true. Especially once the teeth bend on your comb and they are catching the hair, that burns the hair out. Then you gotta waste time sticking it into the bay to get it to warm up again. This flat iron, this pencil, allows me to just keep working. And y'all know time is money in this industry. If you're wasting a whole bunch of time, you're not maximizing your earning potential. We have a whole bunch of people watching us. Alrighty, so now that I've completed the holistic trim, and now I've completed smoothing out her perimeter, now we're gonna give her maximum body with the curling iron. Today I'm using the Ion 1-inch curling iron, titanium. I don't use ceramic, nothing. Nothing. So let's go. I did not realize ceramic was trash for black hair. I thought ceramic was the best for black hair, and it's not. Oh, it's not. It's the worst thing you can use for black hair is a ceramic flat iron. So the first thing I do is smooth the root, because that's an area that you can't address when you have a curling iron. And then I do these type of curls that gives her maximum curl at the ends, but she don't want to be grandmommy-ish with her curls. Remember that?
That's a fact.
We did some tight curls before, and she looked real grand. It was so funny. Because I told her before we did it that it was going to be grandmommy-ish, and she didn't believe me. So I did it anyway for her. And she felt grandmommy-ish, let me tell y'all, when she got home. It's still funny. I saw that photo you posted for your birthday. I told Brianna she got a better one.
Oh, Brianna.
Yes.
Yeah.
She got a better one than that one. So the way I critique these curls allows her to be oblong. You know, some women like to have body, but they don't want to be grandmommy-ish. So this technique you're watching me do allows her to have curl on the ends of her, on the end of her hair. But this technique I'm doing right now, and then using my comb to create the curl area, provides her with body, still smooths her out at the root. Oops. But it doesn't have her curls super tight to the head. That's not sexy at all. To us anyway, we're bougie in here. So we're not trying to look old, we're trying to look sexy. Sexy.
With that movement.
With that movement that we don't get with a relaxer and conditioner. You know, your hair don't move if you use conditioner. So only use it if you want lack of movement. I shouldn't say that. Some people can get the hair to move with conditioner, depending on the hair type, you know, because some people have good hair. Good hair. No product needed. I ain't used no serum. None of that. It's so unnecessary, y'all. Super unnecessary. So how many of y'all out there are meeting me in Phoenix March 24th to come get trained on holistic scalp detoxing? Anybody out there like me confident enough to offer their clients a little bit more than what beauty school taught us to do? Or no, you scared to change? Forget that. You're going to keep using conditioner when it's not needed. It's like, okay. 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 Oh, okay. Ooh, it's so gray. It's so pretty. I should say silver. It's gray hair tends to be dingy. Yours is beautiful.
Silver with black streaks.
You really don't. I mean, your gray is increasing in percentage. So your gray hair is minimizing with time. You had so much more black in the beginning. Hi y'all. Happy New Year. Have y'all subscribed? Liked the video or did something? I do think I'm the best at doing hair care. I gave styling back to the industry. They can have that. I've leveled up into hair care. I'm no longer a stylist. I'm now a practitioner. That's why I wear scrubs and not an apron. Do y'all see that technique, right? Let alone putting the comb down. I don't put the curling iron down either. I can teach you all this. I can teach. So if anybody out there is watching that may be like hair show coordinator or something like that, and you want to really make some money on somebody winning something, put me on stage. Put me on stage. Put me on stage. And are you noticing I don't have to let the curls sit? I don't have to do the 1, 2, 3. You only got to do that when you're using conditioner and a ceramic. Funny. It's Tanya, you're so funny. It's like I know. Your hair is definitely beautiful these days. Shorter strands are getting longer. Much longer. Even though I'm in these streets, you know exactly what I do. 'Cause I chase this paper. You ain't gotta wait for me to bring it back on to you. 'Cause I'm dry and die. Boy, we gon' be good. Somebody was right here with me. I'd be like, you gotta get that part right there. Don't be leaving all that crinkly. I don't care if the client can't see it. Don't do clients like that. Care. You got to care. Here's some fun engaging I would like to do with you all that are watching me. If you are booking with a salon, do you prefer a hairstyle or hair care? Can everybody post and type and comment whether you prefer a style or care? Which do you prefer? Because some people want to be styled, but I think majority of individuals, especially women, are looking for hair care and not another hairstyle. So can y'all help me out? Comment what you prefer if you were booking a hairstyle, if you had a choice. Would you pick the hairstyle appointment or would you pick the hair care appointment? Vaughn, tried. Tried? Tried. Tried. Tribe. Tribe, tribe, tribe. Check in, tribe. Tribe? Oh no, I ain't got no tribe here with me. Where'd everybody go? Maybe it's YouTube messing with my channel.
Do they do that?
Well, I know that I didn't think they did it on Instagram, but they started doing it on Instagram. They started freezing my lives, and now all of a sudden, I've got over 10,000 people watching. But hey, everybody, I need you to comment. Somebody say something so that I make sure that we're okay. this comment stopped a long time ago because it was flowing. Vaughn, anybody on here, I need a comment. Somebody post a comment for me so that I can make sure you all are still with me. I'm gonna tell my marketing girl too, because I'm almost monetized. I'm more than halfway there now. And I think I have a lot of attention because of the growth.
You got that forehead too.
Hmm?
You see, you got my forehead.
I did. You saw different veins different?
Mm-hmm.
Ah! That's because I am hair caring. Over. That's why you notice the difference. I be listening. Oh, I be listening, yeah. Like, okay, she probably likes it better if I do it this way. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
See, the black is on the right side.
The what?
The black. The
Which-
streaks.
You mean you got, what you doing?
My dark streaks
Or
on the
on,
right side.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You know, I ain't afraid to clear my confusion and be like, wait, what you say? What you say? Can somebody please comment for me? I'm gonna have to end this live to get them up off of me. That's beautiful. I make you let you walk out like that.
No.
She said you better not.
You tell them don't use a towel.
I'll tell them that in class if they take the training. I can't tell them everything on this here video.
They might be really listening.
Oh, they are. I got
They
everyone's
don't need the
attention.
class. Don't work like that.
Right? No. You better not.
You know, me and Brianna played this time, yeah. And she's the one with the shampoo and all that.
Girl, you look like a judge getting ready to rule on a case. We gotta do these things. Push properly. You see that? You see how different that was? Bam.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, we'll see when you finish.
Okay, all right. I do know you like that forehead covered.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeedy. Ooh, wop, bop, bellini. Now, is that too much volume in the top for you?
Yes.
I figured as much. That's why I asked. We gotta fill this space in over here. And then we gotta.
Yeah.
She says, yeah. When she likes it, she goes, yeah. It's real slow. She said I ain't got my feather over here like I usually got.
Yeah.
She didn't even have to say nothing, y'all, and I knew what she was thinking. There she go. You want to see that right there?
Yes.
Yes, I did curl them differently, so they're gonna need to be sprayed. Okay. Yeah.
I don't want me to spray.
No, you're gonna leave it soft.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you gotta you gotta work the hair. Don't let that hair work you. Now we're gonna do these bangs because I think we need to just see what's happening. Too high.
Give them a bang.
Yeah.
Not too high.
I got you. You say you want to lay flat then?
No, not flat.
Just more like that?
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to lift over here?
Sure.
Like that?
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. And no hole.
No. Okay, I like. To the that way. All right. Yeah, that's pretty.
I agree. You're getting really full back here. I have a different head of hair back here now than it's ever been. I used to struggle back here. It's very pretty now.
Don't flatten it.
Oh, no. I was just getting that hook right here.
Mm-hmm.
She said, stop patting it. Yes.
Okay. Works for me.
As it does for me. Thank you so much for booking and for choosing me, because I know you got a lot of choices to choose from here in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Y'all say bye to Miss Linda. Wish her a happy new year. I'm out of here. Deuces. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're ready, you ready to do hair? You ready to do hair and scalps and all that stuff? Make sure you register and come see me in Arizona, or get me to your city and town, and I'll bring my holistic scalp detoxing training and workshop to your city. All right? Deuces.